I'm Summer Huntington of Mace, Vinyasa, and Shala, and today I'll be talking about single-handed front swings into shield cast. I'm here at the studio filming a new program, Warrior Strength. I cannot wait to put it out. And I wanted to share a little bit about how I progress my students from a single-handed swing into order position, into a cast, and eventually a shield cast. So when you're looking at front swings in general, most people are doing front swings with things like kettlebells. So they're usually bringing one kettlebell or even a club between the legs and swinging up here in the center of the body. Now that is awesome. I also love to have a counter weight on my opposite side. So I teach single-handed front swings, starting in our silverback position, pack the shoulders. When I have just one load on one side and nothing on the other, I have to counter the weight through my obliques and through my core. Also, I'm able to create more traction in my same side shoulder. Observe. Start with your sit back, find your hip snap. Initial phases, you can just tap your club on the ground here, do a little power breath, full glute activation at the top. Eventually, we take that tap away, power breath. And I'm big on progressions. I want to know, where am I going? How am I building on complexity to learn more primal movement patterns? I don't want to just do this very basic movement forever. So my next progression, front swing into single-handed order. Make sure that the elbow meets the rib, the shoulder is packed, and the lat is engaged. Both glutes are firing, neutral wrist. Push, single-handed front swing, pull, catch. Now, what do I do with my opposite arm? I teach at my Heavy Club seminar, which I have one coming up in June in Seattle, to lock out your opposite arm if you want to get lat engagement. So observe. I can lock out this other arm the whole entire time so that lat stays on here. So that way, I don't just have one lat firing and the other one doing nothing. I want to think about both lats on the downswing, both lats on the catch. Both lats down on the downswing, they turn off for a moment, they re-engage on the catch, and we want the lat and the glute to fire together. Let's try it on the other side, just pairing those two things together. Again, I cover this in detail in my new Warrior Strength program and in my Heavy Club seminars, but we can break it down. Here's the why. We front swing first, find that hip snap. You can even have your ghost arm doing lat engagement here on the opposite side. Crown to coccyx alignment, deep knee bend, keep muzzle close to the ground. Next progression, front swing into order, elbow to rib. Why would we do this? We want to prepare eventually for a striking pattern. And we're getting the tool or the weapon into that position, and we're engaging the obliques, engaging the lats for maximum power development. Here. Power breath. Next progression, single-handed front swing into single-handed order with a cast. I like to have my ladies use a helper hand, or even guys, just to make sure the elbow is tracking in. Single-handed front swing, catch, single-handed cast. As we're building absolute strength, it's not necessary to really reach the club very far back. Of course, if you want to drop down here and go thumb to t-shirt, that's one thing. I like to, with my beginners, as you're building absolute strength, keep a relatively fixed elbow here. And then over time, that might turn into thumb to t-shirt for more tricep mobility. Both ways are fine. There's different trains of thought of doing different movements. Eventually, you can speed it up and really work on elbow drive here. And this point of rotation, the fulcrum here, close to the shoulder, we can really quadruple our speed or double our speed and quadruple our force here. Switch sides, single-handed order, helper hand initially, working on that shoulder stability and rotator cuff strength. There's no need to go fast, and oftentimes when beginner athletes do the thumb to t-shirt without working on their lats, serratus, and the rotator cuff, they're turning off muscles back here, turn them off, and they have to turn them back on, and sometimes things can get yanked out of place if you don't have the shoulder mobility. So this is why I like a little helper hand here, and you'll notice my arm barely bends here because I'm keeping stability, shoulder, rotator cuff stability here. I like doing thumb to t-shirt too for different things, but for this particular drill, I'm resisting rib flare. I'm really demonstrating my wrist strength here, wrist, here. Rotator cuff stability, elbow tracking in. A lot of times, people, when they skip that step, the elbow will flare out. I'd rather have you demonstrate that you have that strong external rotation and internal rotation, like your rotator cuff stability first. Let's progress that, because you know I love my progressions. Front swing to single-handed order into a single-handed shield cast back to order. Compound exercise. We have our front swing to order, single-handed shield cast into a pullover order. From the front looks like this. Single-handed front swing, order. Single-handed shield cast, pull over, order. Single-handed front swing, that's my hip step and closed hip conditioning. This is my single-handed throwing drill combined with a little striking pattern there. And in warrior strength, which I just got done filming, this was the end of the progression. Let's do it on the other side and I'll show you where you can go even beyond that. So we have, single-handed front swing, order. Single-handed shield cast, order. Our left shoulder wants to get a little wily. It's getting a little spicy. Single-handed shield cast, order. Hold, elbow married to rib. Glutes on, lats on, wrist stability here. Single-handed front swing, order. Single-handed shield cast, pull over, order. Having the elbow land somewhere like on the rib or oblique really helps with the wobbles. If you get the wobbles, anchor your elbow to the rib. All right, now how could we progress this even further with even more footwork? There's a few things you could try out. You could go single-handed front swing tactical lunge, single-handed shield cast to order, pull over, single-handed front swing tactical lunge, single-handed shield cast, pull over. Switch sides, single-handed front swing order, tactical lunge, single-handed shield cast, pull over, back glute remains on the whole time. Single-handed front swing order, tactical lunge. Single-handed shield cast, boom. So this is what I'm up to in working my compound and complex movements. Compound means I'm combining two movements. In this case, my single-handed front swing is one exercise, my tactical lunge is another exercise. That makes it compound. When I add my shield cast, I call that complex. I made up these words to fit with this. You can call it whatever you want, it's movement. I didn't make up the words, but I'm assigning them meaning through my training so that I can help people understand the why behind the movement. Benefit of training compound movements, pairing two things together, like a front swing, for example, is ballistic, so there's explosive power, right? So ballistic action coming from my glutes, which is the powerhouse here. I'm gonna be able to load that pretty well with a heavy club. Then I come into a tactical lunge, boom, now I've got footwork. Now I've got ankle stability, rear glute strength, posterior chain activation, and spine stability. So I can double my effectiveness of my training by pairing, making compound exercises. Front swing tactical lunge, that's my hip snap as well as my ankle and spine stability. And when I add that final layer, compound exercise with complexity, the shield cast, now I'm really getting into the flow zone. Training proprioceptive awareness, coordination, timing, agility, all the things that you need for your everyday life, for your sports, and to just be a better athlete, a better human. Definitely check out the workshop schedule. I'm working hard to curate that for the rest of the year. There'll be lots of seminars. I'm only teaching a handful. My head coaches are moving into teaching the Steel Mace Level 1 seminars. I will be teaching the Heavy Club seminar once, maybe twice a year. Definitely come check us out in Seattle, or you can stream it as well. And I'm super excited to put out more Heavy Clubs programs. I really feel that more people need to be swinging heavy clubs, and especially women. If you're a woman and you want to learn how to swing heavy clubs, get yourself a 10-pound club. Hephaestus or Wildman Athletica is my favorite club. I've tried a lot of them, so get yourself training, train with a purpose, train primal movement patterns. Leave a little comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.